Let's talk about the step-by-step plan to create your own mini retirement plan so that you can enjoy now without having regrets later or worrying about your future. Nobody is talking about this enough, so I'm laying it all out in this video. What's up guys, it's Nick. As you know, I'm a recovered shopaholic, now a money mindset coach, empowering working professionals to fund their dreams into reality. As promised in my latest video where I talked about the importance of creating mini retirements versus retiring early, here are the 5 steps to consider in creating your own mini retirement plan. Because here's the common misconception that I thought of and my clients also come to me for is that we either think that 1, we need to grind and sacrifice now and only relax and enjoy by the time we're like 50 or 60, or number 2, enjoy now and then iyak later. Bahala na sa finances. Finances destroyed as long as masaya ako now. Well, guess what? I believe that there is a third path that we are missing out on that I decided to apply in my life. And that is we can enjoy now while also preparing for our long-term retirement. So that's why it's so important for me to dive into mini retirements in this video. So if you're all about that, then make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel because I do have a new video every single week. Now let's get into this topic. Step 1 is have one mini retirement goal with a clear outcome. It's super important to focus on one goal at a time so that you don't overwhelm yourself and you don't put the pressure on yourself to achieve everything all at once, because I do believe that we can have everything that we want. We just need to have the perfect timing for every goal based on the life stage that we are in our life. For me, it was to go all in with my passion project and start my own business for 1 whole year. Honestly, I remember when I quit my job, my goal was really just I wanted to go all in on my YouTube channel and all my platforms. And for some people, it really seemed crazy because there wasn't like a definite income. There was a lot of uncertainties and doubts that I had, but I kept going back to, okay, remember Nick, like this is you going all in for something that you've always wanted to do so that you can really figure out, is this really meant for you? Because there's always a way to go back. Because we think that when we leave another career path, that we're going to waste all our time doing something else, when it's the complete opposite. We actually give ourselves permission to experiment and test if this other career path that we always wanted to itch is really meant for us. And if not, then we can always go back. Like what I realized, that the worst thing that could happen wasn't really the worst thing that could happen. The worst thing that could happen was really to live a life of regret, that when I do retire, that I'm gonna be like, oh, I wish I finally did that passion project. I wish I became more consistent on my YouTube channel. Like it kept nudging me every day that like, what if I did this? What if I pursued it? What if I went all in with my dream job, with my dream business? So for me, that was my number 1 mini retirement goal. And the thing was, going all in with my platforms like on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, that you should all check out by the way, is that I realized that eventually that's when I got the idea to really do my own coaching business, to go all in with that business. And that's the beauty of just allowing yourself to go all in with your passions and your purpose, is that the ideas just come in effortlessly. They just flow versus pressuring yourself to make sure that you earn profit, pressuring yourself to make sure that you have all the sidelines that would earn this X amount. For me, my goal then was just like, what if I just do what I loved as if I'm on retirement? Because I don't want to think about that when I'm 60, that's when I'm only going to post consistently on my YouTube channel or go on TikTok and all of that. Like the hard part of it really was not setting the goal. Okay, the hardest part was overcoming these fears and doubts that I had. Like, do I really deserve taking this break and taking this shift in my career? It was all of those mind games, and that's what I call the mindset blocks that prevent us from going after our dreams. Another example that I mentioned is if you want to travel every quarter, maybe to a different country, or if you want to explore more places in the Philippines, or what if you wanted to have a trial round of living alone for 3 months or 6 months and just maybe that's the time that you need for yourself to figure out how you want to go about your life without the distractions from family pressure, from societal expectations and all of that, because you'd be surprised that all the things you've ever wanted from your life is literally one step away from you. Like, you can take that first step and realize that you are making the small progress that would lead to making a big difference in your life. Second step is make sure, please, to clear out your debts first. It's really best to do this mini retirement debt-free so that it won't take up mental energy, or it won't cause you anxiety thinking that I can't relax, I can't rest because I'm thinking about how am I gonna pay off my debts that are just piling up, especially if there are interest charges, especially with credit cards. They are deadly with interest charges. Like, something that you paid 20K for, eventually it becomes 50K with a blink of an eye. You don't even realize. So it's super important that, yes, to pay off your debts, but notice that the mini retirement goal, I didn't talk about wanting to pay off your debt. What I help my clients with is think about what is the result of being able to pay off your debts. Is it because you'll be able to go into that dream adventure, that dream trip that you've always wanted? Is it because from there you would be able to finally secure a reservation or a down payment on the property that you've always wanted? So it's really thinking about what is the result, what is the positive outcome if you're able to pay off your debts, so that will serve as your motivation, your reward for being able to cross this out of your list. But here's the actual truth. When I coach my clients in their roadmap to become debt-free, the biggest roadblock that they face is really confronting the guilt and shame that they've attached to those debts. Because wanting to pay them off, they realize like it can be done. It can be so easy once we really do it together. Like, it's so easy. It can be done without stressing about it. What makes it stressful is when we attach negative meaning to it, such as feeling guilty, such as being shameful for the wrong decisions that we've made, whether we've been scammed, whether you've decided to pay for that purchase that you don't remember anymore and it just piled up in your credit card. All of those things, all of the wrong decisions we've made, have you forgiven yourself? It's all about that. And this is an emotional decision that you need to really have a good self-reflection on, because I realized that only when my clients release that guilt, release that shame, release that negative emotions that they have attached to having those debts, only then were they really able to take that first step to becoming debt-free. And from there, they're able to maximize their resources, think about solutions that would enable them to check off these debts for good. That's why I personally love holding a safe space for my clients in my one-on-one coaching program, because this is where they get to really forgive themselves and really confront the mistakes they've made and think about the lessons that they can extract from that will contribute to the person that they are today, that will allow them to learn from those failures, to learn from those decisions, and now become a better, wiser version of themselves. Because I've heard it many times that there's really no failure in life. It's more of lessons and feedback that we choose to apply in our life. It only becomes a failure, it only remains a mistake if we don't learn from it. If we just keep on pushing it aside, ignoring it, and then we see that it continues the same cycle. Let's say you keep continuing that cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, living edge to edge. And I realized like verbalizing these fears, these doubts, these thoughts makes you one step closer from releasing them. Because usually, like, when my clients come to me, they realize that they have no one to talk to about money. They can talk about money to their parents, to their friends. It's a very taboo topic. But the thing is, if you have money problems and you keep it all bottled up inside and you have no one to talk to about it, all the more that it will just keep getting bigger and bigger in your head, because it just keeps piling up in your head, all of the problems, because you can't verbalize them, you can't release them, you can't find a solution around them, because it's just going in a cycle in your mind. That's why it's really so empowering to see my clients open up in a no judgment zone, in a safe place with me, and realize that, oh my gosh, yeah, that happened, that's all in the past, but that does not define me anymore. I can choose to learn from it. Ang sabi nga nila, it's like the wrong decisions you've made that costed you money. Think of it as like tuition fee that helped you learn and graduate from that phase in your life. By the way, if you're curious about how I coach my clients through this in my one-on-one coaching program, which is Fund Your Freedom, you can check the link in my bio below to learn how my clients have created a debt-proof plan to fund their dreams. May it be for a mini retirement plan, may it be just having that financial peace and trust in themselves again to make the right money decisions. Third step is build a freedom fund. If you've been watching my videos, you know I've been talking about this non-stop because your freedom fund will serve as your savings fund to help you take that leap for your mini retirement plan. So as you can see, like having your freedom fund can really serve different purposes. Like when I coach my clients, they decide what's the purpose of having this freedom fund that is aligned to your life vision, that is aligned to your mission for your life, because that's when saving becomes exciting and empowering. So to get into the details, as you know, freedom fund is 3 to 6 months worth of your ideal monthly income. So for me, when I decided to quit my full-time corporate job and do my passion project and eventually my own business full-time, is that I made sure that I did not only have my emergency fund, but I also had my freedom fund as a buffer that covers 3 to 6 months worth of my ideal monthly income, so that I would be able to sustain the lifestyle that I have, so that I'd be able to live comfortably. So that's why even before you take this mini retirement plan, it's so important to build the foundation of the right spending and saving habit that I cannot shut up about. When I decided to push through with the mini retirement of going all in with my passion project, posting consistently on my YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and figuring out how to eventually start my own business. Imagine if I started any business really and I still had the same shopaholic habits. I don't think I'd be able to survive for a month. Speaking of allocating energy for your passion projects, a great example of that is one of my clients who graduated from my program, who is Jen, and I talked about her in my Instagram stories because she's a great example of channeling your energy towards your passion projects, because her mission was really to make a statement through her art. And when she decided that, okay, the habits that I had before with spending and the money anxiety was really taking up so much energy from my mind that it crippled me from doing my business, from doing a passion project. She put those dreams at a pause. She parked those dreams because she was consumed by feeling anxious about money, having family responsibilities. Those were consuming her energy, which as a result, she had to park those dreams. And so that's why I'm so proud of her that after the program, she was able to rechannel that energy. She was able to break free from money anxiety and learn that she's able to save consistently while also pursuing her dream art business. I really suggest you check her out. I also mentioned her handle here. Check out her amazing art kits. I purchased it myself. If you saw from my last video, I had like art canvases in the background. It was from her. It was from her shop. And I just told her, like, your business, your products needs to be out there because it's so needed. And this is the power of really finding excitement in dreaming again and funding those dreams. By the way, I do dive in a lot more between the difference of emergency fund and freedom fund in my free training. So you can also check the link in my bio. It's completely free. It's a 60-minute training on the 3 steps to your financial freedom with one income stream, because that's what I love coaching my clients on. It's really maximizing one active income stream first so that they have the right foundation of sustainable money habits that will allow them to invest and spend with more confidence and ease. So check it out in the link below, and I'm sure you would have a lot of amazing takeaways. So make sure to take a lot of notes, and you can also tag me on Instagram once you've watched that, or just DM me for the lessons that you've learned from that free training. Fourth step is cover your monthly investment for your retirement fund. Assuming that you were able to clear out your debts already, you were able to save at least an emergency fund, and you are on your way in building your freedom fund, then now you would be able to have the muscle to invest on the right things, okay? And when you invest in the right things, then you'd be able to think about, okay, how can this investment help me with my long-term retirement goal? So my personal investment portfolio for my retirement is having my index funds, which is in form of mutual funds and stocks, and my variable life insurance. So these are meant to be just invested again and again. I don't plan to withdraw them anytime, because I plan to withdraw them like when I'm in my retirement age or in my old age already. So I have been investing in index funds since 2017. I think almost the same also with VUL, with my variable life insurance. And the great thing with the index funds is that there is a 20-year historical performance through Call Financial. So Call Financial, this is the website that allows me to invest in index funds, and it's super easy, it's super beginner friendly. So the 20-year historical performance of Call Financial says that there is a 9% interest over time if you just consistently invest for the next 20 years or more, actually. So I just keep doing that month on month, and that's why if I were able to build already the saving habit, the right spending habits and all of that, then it would be easy for me to consistently invest for my retirement plan. So for me, this gives me the assurance that I can enjoy now. Like, I was able to quit my job and do my passion project and eventually my business full time, right, with my emergency fund and freedom fund, and at the same time, while I still have the assurance of covering my funds for my long-term retirement through my monthly investments. I became so passionate about this that I created a dedicated module of this in my program, which is the step-by-step guide to invest in index funds for passive income, which will help you for your retirement. So if you're curious about that, you can check the link in my bio inside my program, where I'll be having a 10-year stock investor to talk about how you can maximize index funds. This is something that I dive into more in my one-on-one coaching program, so that it's more tailor fit to my clients' needs, to my clients' stage in their life. That's more important. Fifth step, set a date to take that logical leap for your mini retirement. So how you set the date is based on when are you going to achieve your savings targets. May it be for your emergency fund or freedom fund, so that matahi mo, okay, I'll be able to have X amount by this month, then from there, I will be able to quit my job, do my passion project, maybe start a business, bahala na, but I just want to make sure that I'd be able to go all in with my passion project by this date, because I have the savings to back me up, or maybe go full-time with your business or something like that, or maybe live on your own by X date because you have the savings ready by X date. When people say na, oh, like, just have the leap of faith and just quit your job, or maybe have the leap of faith and just do what you love. But I believe that there is a missing puzzle there. We can take the logical leap. Hindi lang tatalon lang basta-basta, biglang head first pala tayo sa bato sa baba, diba? It's like we're jumping off a cliff not knowing if we'll be safe when we jump, right? It's like giving ourselves assurance that when we do jump, sigurado tayo that we can back ourselves up, that we can have ourselves to lean on. And that thing that we get to lean on is the savings that we have built over time. Because what I've noticed, maybe for some of my clients or even from my own experience, is that we just hoard money. We just keep hoarding savings because it gives us financial security. But if we just keep hoarding money, but we don't get to actually use it to pursue what we want, to go on that trip, to do that passion project, to travel more, to spend time with loved ones and create more experiences, if we don't get to use that money for that, then we are just literally hoarding money, and it becomes baggage to us, thinking that, oh, pag nagalaw ko to, oh my God, I'm so unstable, my financial security is uncertain now. So it's really creating that balance, right? And this really varies person per person. Like what I'm sharing with you now, literally could apply to very different life stages and very different situations. That's why I love personalizing my coaching, my action plan to my clients, and having a tailor-fit financial system and tailor-fit plan, so that you have the confidence to take that leap for your mini retirement. So if you missed my first video about why I am not retiring early, why I don't prefer that, and the importance and reasons behind having a mini retirement that I did in my life, you can check out this video right here, one of my latest video posts, so that you can check with yourself as well if this is something that is calling your name. So I will see you there.